Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, what exactly is P0374? The official description is crank position. Sensor. No signal. In simple terms, your bike's brain, the engine control module, or EC, isn't getting the information it needs from the crankshaft position sensor, often called the CKP sensor. This sensor is absolutely critical. It tells the ECM the exact position and rotational speed of the crankshaft. Without this data, the ECM doesn't know when to fire the spark plugs or inject fuel. It's like trying to run a marathon. Blindfolded, it just doesn't work. When this communication breaks down, you'll notice some pretty obvious symptoms. The most common one is your engine simply stalling while you're riding, or refusing to start at all. You might turn the key, hit the start button, and get nothing but a sad click or a crank that never catches. Another classic sign is an erratic tachometer. You might see the RPM needle jumping all over the place, even when the engine speed is steady, or it might just drop to 0 while the engine is still running. These are all telltale signs that the ECM is flying blind and has triggered the P0374 code. Alright, so you've got the code and the symptoms. Where do you start? The first step is to locate the crankshaft position sensor itself. On most Harley models, you'll find it on the front of the crankcase, typically down near the oil filter. It's usually held in place by a single Allen bolt. Before you start unplugging things, a simple visual inspection can often reveal the problem. The tip of the CKP sensor is magnetic. Over time, it can attract tiny metallic particles and debris from the engine oil. This metallic buildup can interfere with the sensor's ability to get a clean reading from the flywheel. So, your first diagnostic step is to carefully remove the sensor and inspect the tip. If you see a fuzzy collection of metal shavings, you've likely found your culprit. Clean it off thoroughly with a clean, lint-free rag. While you're at it, make sure to wipe the mounting surface inside the crankcase clean as well. If the sensor tip is clean, or if cleaning it doesn't solve the problem, the next step is to check the wiring. The connection between the sensor and the ECM is vital. Start by inspecting the connector itself. Look for any signs of corrosion, dirt, or bent pins. A little bit of contact cleaner can work wonders here. Then, trace the wiring harness back as far as you can. You're looking for any cuts, frays, or areas where the insulation might have been rubbed through, causing a short circuit. Pay close attention to any points where the harness is rooted near hot engine parts or sharp edges. If the visual inspection of the wiring doesn't reveal any obvious damage, it's time to break out the multimeter and check for continuity. This will tell you if the electrical signal can actually travel from the sensor to the ECM. You'll need to disconnect the sensor and the ECM connectors. Using your bike's wiring diagram, identify the 2 wires for the CKP sensor. Set your multimeter to the continuity, or OM setting. Test each wire from end to end. You should get a reading close to 0 ohms, indicating a good, solid connection. If you get an open line or a very high resistance reading, it means there's a break in that wire somewhere, and you'll need to repair or replace that section of the harness. So, you've cleaned the sensor, and you've confirmed the wiring is good, but the P0374 code persists. At this point, it's highly likely that the crankshaft position sensor itself has failed internally. These sensors can and do go bad over time due to heat and vibration. The good news is that replacing it is a straightforward job. To replace the sensor, all you need to do is remove that 1 Allen bolt holding it in place. Gently pull the old sensor out of the crankcase. Before you install the new one, it is a good practice to apply a light coat of clean engine oil to the O-ring on the new sensor. This helps it slide in easily and ensures a proper seal. Carefully insert the new sensor, making sure it's fully seated, and then tighten the mounting bolt to the manufacturer's specified torque. Don't over-tighten it. Once it's installed, plug the connector back in, ensuring it clicks securely into place. After replacing the sensor, the final step is to clear the diagnostic trouble codes from your ECM. You can do this using a dedicated diagnostic tool or by following your bike, a specific procedure for clearing codes. Once the codes are cleared, start the engine. It should fire right up, run smoothly, and the P0374 code should be gone for good. And that's it? That's the full rundown on diagnosing and fixing the Harley-Davidson error code, P0374. It might seem intimidating at first, but by following these logical steps and Inspect, clean, test, and replace. You can solve this issue yourself and save a trip to the dealership. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this guide helps you get your bike back in top shape. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more Harley tech tips and maintenance guides. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.